This is Candace. Welcome to Highwire. I am sitting here with newly published author Kat Varn, who is the author of her new book, Ameera Unveiled. Tell us a little bit about this. It is a fantastic story of your transformation into belly dancing. So what motivated you to start writing Ameera Unveiled?
I've always wanted to write as a result of being an avid reader, and when my soulmate husband retired me in 2004, we decided to travel a lot, and I had a little bit more time on my hands, and I decided, I'm going to put that on my bucket list. I'm going to write a book. And I had a lot of marinated ideas in my head that I was going to do other than this book. But when I decided as an empty nester to become a dancer, which was based on a forbidden zone, as I was grown up as a baby boomer and a military child, I decided that, I'm going to take dance up. I did, and a lot of this story is based on my actual experience. And then when I started really, really marinating the idea and getting itchy to write a story, I contacted a local book coach, pitched it to her at Barnes & Noble in a cafe over a coffee, and she jumped right on it and said, jump in the glittery pool, let's do it.
That had to be a life-changing moment for you.
It was, and I never ever approached it as being published. I approached it as a story of women bonding, the strong ability of women to bond, and not a Real Housewives and Bad Girls story, but how women who could come together in something that you'll only come together through as a result of the subject matter. And belly dancing was my genre because, I never danced before. So I decided something for me, because it was time in my life that it was about me. I was in my late 40s and was an empty nester, and it was all about me. Being shy and vulnerable as a person, anyway, I tended to draw back from being willing for someone to read my work, which I think every writer has that fear, is someone reading you and telling you, no, do it again. And my book coach, Sherry Stock, was amazing in that right. She's Chicago and very, balls to the walls, and she would read some of my very most hardest parts of the story and say, no, nobody will believe that. No, you do that again. No, you get angry. I don't get angry. So I had to make myself look at some of the injustices towards my characters and really reveal some women's issues that, aren't necessarily embraced by American society as we've progressed, and had to look back on, how men in our lives, or circumstances, or careers in our lives, or education in our lives had to metamorphosize with us finding our voices. So it was hard to get mad.
Throughout those hard times, and who did you turn to for support? What was your motivation to keep going and just get through it?
I think that mostly my husband. He really, really respected the fact that I was willing to tell a story in a book.
What are some of the highlights of writing the book?
Having someone pick it up, the first submission. We were setting up my website, deciding that we were going to pitch it, and we had edited for 2 years and gotten it pretty tight. It was still a little bit above the word count. We had to go through and get a little more diversion out, and as we were getting ready to pitch it, my synopsis was pitched to BQB Publishing, and within 30 minutes of us sitting down and trying to do my website, we got an email back and said, we want it. I've never, like Nicholas Sparks, I've never been rejected, even though this is my first book. It was grabbed up instantly. They resonated with the story, they resonated with the female humor, and here I am.
With you mentioning Nicholas Sparks, who are some of your favorite authors?
My very, very favorite author is Tolkien, with The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. I love the fantasy. Erin Morgenstern's my favorite right now with The Night Circus. She's so amazing in the way she can visualize the scene, and you feel like you are there. And that was my goal in my book. Sherry said, don't tell it, show me. And that's what I tried to do.
Thank you, Kat. This has truly been fantastic learning more about your book. For those of you interested, I highly recommend it. It's called Ameera Unveiled and is now out in stores. We also have links down on the bottom where you can find the book or get in touch with Kat if you would like to learn some more. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks, guys, and keep living life without a net.